Let's talk about some updates. The Cardinals, there's not much going on. There's a lot of negativity, and we just continue to spiral. So today we're going to go ahead and dive into that. We're going to show you guys what is going on in the world of the Arizona Cardinals. Injuries, updates, potentially a bust on our hands, unfortunately. And we're going to have some interesting talks today. So before we get started, if you guys are new, go ahead and hit subscribe if you guys are new. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. It would be much appreciated if you guys hit that and we can inch our way closer to the end of the year. So appreciate you guys. But let's go ahead and dive into this because we got some very interesting things. And I want to talk about this, man. Very first thing we're talking about is Darius Robinson, because he had like a 3-game stretch this season where he looked solid and everything was kind of optimistic for him, and then things just hit the fan and he's just continually been trash. It's unfortunate. This is a guy we took in the first round. Obviously, I trusted this regime to nail this. They didn't have a ton of college production and he put on a ton of weight. I thought he was going to be a monster this season because he looked pretty dang good in training camp, and I guess what you see there, obviously you got to take with a grain of salt going forward, but he looked impressive. Like Zonovan Knight, I feel like he's been pretty good, and when given action, he's pretty decent. So, like, I like Bam Knight. I think he looked pretty good. He looked quick. He looked explosive, but, like, sometimes it just doesn't translate to the field, and I think that's what we're seeing with Darius Robinson right here, because last game, his average distance from Matthew Stafford on Sunday was 6.33 yards, a stat Theo Mackey had to look up. By the way, great reporting by Theo. Shout out to him. He's putting pressure on the coaching staff, just things you love to see, because there's things that we can't say that don't reach the coaches that he kind of just flat out says. It's just great reporting on his end, to be honest with you. So if you guys aren't familiar with him, go check him out on X. But this is what he pulled up. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So the league average is 4.58 yards, and everybody is around league average. We don't have anybody really just killing the game, and it's unfortunate, but look at Darius Robinson, dude. This is a first-round pick, and he stands out like a sore thumb at 6'3". He's not even close. What are we doing? Like, flat out, what are we doing? Makes no sense whatsoever. It's just unfortunate, but we got some new updates, too, that don't just involve Darius Robinson, because it's the entire defense. We're just not getting pressure. You guys see the stats. Again, Theo Mackey, we're not generating any pressure. You guys should see some of the clips. Matthew Stafford had all the time in the world. The Rams had a 46% pressure rate on us, almost 50%. So 1 in every 2, they were getting pressure on us. The Cardinals, not even 13, 12.9. It's pathetic. It is absolutely pathetic. And Darius Robinson does tie into that, but obviously we don't have Walter Nolan. We don't have these guys to penetrate, but we're just in this disgusting hole where the defense is I don't even know, just something. I don't know. Like, they're just not a good unit. They're just unpredictably bad, in my opinion. That's the word I was looking for. We're unpredictably bad because I thought we were going to be a little bit better, got some edges, got people to hopefully control the line of scrimmage, and we're not controlling the line of scrimmage. We're getting dominated. Matthew Stafford is sitting comfortable. Like, how are you supposed to win with that? You're not. And, like, this... How is this even a thing? I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. And in other news, you know how everybody's late to the media cycle. Bo Brock is not late, but he did get some intel, was quoting a clip, and he said, certainly a feeling in league circles that Kyler could be in a new uniform next season. Not a surprise to you and I. Not a surprise to Bo Brock. Not a surprise to PHNX. Not a surprise to anybody who's covering the Arizona Cardinals. AZ Sports fan. Nobody is new to this if you are within Arizona. But everybody outside just got their hands on this. And now everyone's like, oh, there's some tension because Kyler shut down and yada, yada, yada. It's like, how are we on top of this? Well, it just goes to show that no one cares about the Cardinals and no one will cover us. So it's interesting. The media is so behind on getting content, but Kyler Murray into a new uniform, it just continues to grow. And it's something that I know we've talked about, I know we've discussed, but it just seems so real at this point. There is like I would probably say an 85% chance that he is gone next year. There's obviously a never say never aspect. You don't know what the trade market's going to be. You don't know if relationships can be mended. But clearly after that Cardinals thing against the Dallas Cowboys, let me see if I can go ahead and find the exact quote and the thing. But as soon as the article came out that Kyler was supposed to start against Dallas and then he just completely died off the cliff, that is when I knew things were going to change. And as soon as that came out, I just knew we were dead. I knew we were dead from the start, and I found it. So let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Because as soon as this came out, this is when you were like, oh, okay, cool. So there's some optimism. No, not anymore. So this is on the Cardinals site per Darren Urban. Kyler Murray seemingly on track to start. You guys remember the whole story, blase, that Kyler Murray is supposed to be playing. Jonathan Gannon basically stamped him. Kyler Murray was out there practicing, looked fine, and then all of a sudden there's some collusion with the injury, and Jacoby Brissett, no quarterback is going to be at the presser on Friday. And as you guys know, apparently his foot injury was too bad to play, and he got shut down, put on IR. Something happened that week. 100% something happened that week. I don't know what it is. I'm not working internally. But as a fan base, I think we can understand that something happened then, and that Kyler Murray will no longer be an Arizona Cardinal. Relationships seem to be burned. I want to know what happened. It'll probably come out at the end of the year, but I want to know what happened because I still think Kyler's going to thrive elsewhere, whether that's Minnesota. The Jets are a realistic team. The Steelers, I don't really see that one, but that's possible, I guess, in the world of the NFL where everything's unpredictable. Phillip Rivers just came out of retirement at like 44 years old. We'll see how that goes. Rooting for him, but it's crazy. So, I don't know. There's a couple teams that need quarterbacks, even the Colts, like I said, who just got Phillip Rivers back. Maybe they go get him, and Shane Steichen gets his hands on Kyler Murray. That would be an interesting fit. Also, Paris Johnson, who is the #1 tackle for Pro Bowling, according to the latest fan voting. That is fascinating. Is expected to miss some time with a sprained MCL. He's considered week to week, but at this point, you don't even bring him back. You don't risk that. That's your franchise left tackle. Preserve that health. Preserve that safety. And if you bring him back, you're just dumb. Flat out, just like bringing Kyler back is dumb, like bringing Trey Benson back is dumb, like bringing Marvin Harrison Jr. back, in my opinion, is dumb. If you're not fully healthy, you should not be playing. You want to lose out, you want to get a better draft pick, and I believe we're currently 8th, and we have to lose out to even hit the top 5. And it's a tough world to get us to top 5, but it's possible. We'll see what happens. We need a lot to change. But the Cardinals are in such a bad position with all these players missing. Coaching staff, I feel like everybody should be on the hot seat. Nick Rallis is okay in my eyes. He's still very young. He learns, and it feels like the defense does like him. Jonathan Gannon, couldn't tell you where this locker room stands with him, to be honest with you. I think they all just know the season's dead, and they want to get it over with, and they just want to go home. It's flat out just what I'm watching. These players are showing up. They don't care. They just don't care. I mean, the season died before December starts. It's hard to buy in when you're just playing meaningless football. If you're a veteran who's 29, 30, 38 years old, Calais Campbell, you don't have that same fire, that same motivation when you were 2-0. It just doesn't exist, and it's unfortunate. I don't blame them, but it sucks. It sucks being a Cardinals fan. It sucks being in this position when your season dies before December, and I'm trying to make content. Everybody's checked out, which, again, I don't blame you guys for, but it's just like no one cares at this point, and myself included. I really don't care about this season. I'm looking forward to the draft. I'm looking forward to 2026. I'm looking forward to change. Like, it's disgusting. It's flat out disgusting. It's gross, but it is what it is. So with that being said, you guys let me know about these updates. Would you bring Paris Johnson back? Do you think Darius Robinson is a bust? And also, I want you guys to let me know. Do you guys think Michael Wilson is better than Marvin Harrison Jr.? That is a topic. I think right now Michael Wilson is better, but going forward, I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. But at this point in time, Michael Wilson has shown that he can consistently make the plays that Marvin Harrison Jr. needs to make. So we'll see what happens. I think they are both good receivers, but Marvin Harrison Jr. still has a lot of work, and we will see. This coaching staff is failing the development of a lot of players. So we'll see what happens. But those are the updates. You guys let me know down in the comment section below all those things that I asked. And also, if you guys saw any news, drop it down in the comment section below as well if I missed anything. So that's going to wrap it up. On the road to 10K, hit subscribe. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. Love y'all. Appreciate you guys. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace.